What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV. This video is all about the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3. I've had this phone since August and I have done videos like this in the past and of what I'm going to say basically. And this is basically going to be a video about, yes, I would recommend people to buy the Galaxy Z Fold 3. Mostly because of the experience that you get with a phone like this, because of the size of the display that it can produce when you open it up, and also the fact that when you close it, you get a phone that you can still use, but it's still really compact and, again, totally usable. And the real magic, though, is this, and this is the big selling point, is this huge, large display. But there are still two major selling points that I would say to not buy. And maybe that's the wrong set of the words. I'm kind of reversing with those words. But the two main things why you should not buy this one, I maybe would say, maybe halt or, hey, be wary, are pretty big, I feel like anyway. And one thing I have to admit is I am running the One UI 4 beta on there. Now it is the third iteration of this, so you would think with things especially one of the things I'm going to talk about, would be better, but it's horrendous. And it was already bad when it was on One UI 3.1 or whatever it was on at that point, and it's just been bad. So let's get into it, and I would be shocked if most of you guys don't agree with me on these things. So there's only two things. The first one is battery life. It is absolutely awful. I literally have to charge this 2 times a day. Sometimes I'll throw it on a third time. And you can see when I get into this battery usage, it's just awful. I have to charge it multiple times a day, and it all equals out to about 3 hours. Once in a while, I'll get up to 4 hours, but generally it's in that 3 to 4 hours of screen on time, which really isn't anything to bring this out in public without being near a charger. I'm scared. I bring this out for a dinner or whatever, and I'm on it, I take pictures, I'm talking to my friends, I'm looking up stuff online. By the end of that dinner or by the end of that night, I'm down to like 50%. I didn't even do anything on it. Nothing strenuous anyway. I'm not like gaming. I'm not recording a ton of video. When I'm using GPS, it's already plugged in. I'm usually plugged in charging up until the time I get to the restaurant or out with my family and friends or wherever, shopping for the time. And the battery just dies so fast. And this is, you know, it was pretty bad on the Galaxy Z Fold 2, but it seemingly has gotten worse with the Galaxy Z Fold 3. I know some of you out there might be like, oh, your battery life is amazing. Mine's still not. It's still horrendous. And it's one of the reasons I would tell people to just be a little wary of it. So, but still, again, I really love these phones. The other is the cameras. I take photos of my son a lot. You know, mostly what I take photos of is my son. He moves a little bit, it gets a blurry photo or it's slightly blurry, something to where I'm not that impressed with, or the lighting's not that amazing. And it takes a loud noise looking photo. The camera underneath the display is absolute garbage. I go into Instagram, for instance, and I'm like, oh, I look, you know, pretty good. I'm gonna take a picture of myself real quick. And this is optimal lighting, which actually doesn't look too bad. But if I turn this light off and I take a photo, which I'll do right now, which it's still, yeah, it's okay lighting. I'll just do this real quick, just so we can, it's kind of dark, but let me just take a photo. This is a little bit too dark. Let me go back here. I'm gonna push this down. Push a little bit more light on here. There we go. I didn't even move. I don't even know if you can tell. It's freaking blurry. I didn't even do anything. It's just blurry. And that's just one of the things about this camera is that you really need complete optimal. It's a little bit too bright. You know, really crazy bright lighting to get any kind of good photo with these cameras. And even still, it's not that amazing. So, as much as I love this phone, I've learned to like handicap myself in a way. In that, you know, I have to charge this multiple times a day. And the camera does not impress me. And then I look at people with like an iPhone. I'm like, oh, damn, those photos look pretty good. Or people with, or myself even, people, you know, a Pixel 6 Pro. I'm like, damn, that camera looks good. We literally go somewhere. Pixel 6 Pro is the camera we bring. I have an iPhone too. But we bring the Pixel 6 Pro when we're going to a park, or we're having a birthday party, or we're going somewhere, we're gonna take photos. We're always like, my wife, me, we're always like, grab the Pixel 6, make sure it's charged up. Because at this point, I'm not always using that every single day. So sometimes it just sits there and it dies and I have to charge it. And that's my phone of use. That's the Pixel 6 is the camera that we use. It's the one we trust, the most reliable. And I just don't trust this phone to give me really, really good photos that I want to share for years and years to come. So those are the two things. Other than that, I really like the phone. I still like it. And I wouldn't, it's funny because those are two big things about a phone, battery life and camera. And I still wouldn't trade this for any other phone on the market. I don't even know if that makes sense. Some of you guys, I think, know what I mean if that have this phone. But other than that, it's just those two things. Hopefully they'll fix it with the Z Fold 4, but that remains to be seen. Thanks for watching. Let me know what your two most glaring admissions are, most things you hate about this phone are in the comments down below, and we'll see you down the road. Peace.